Well, what's up guys, it's Fuzz here, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be continuing our themed inventory video, stepping up to $500 budget, and we're going to be taking a look at a green inventory. This includes a knife and glove, believe it or not, for the full $500, so huge upgrade compared to the $250 budget. So if you do enjoy the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're around here, and let's dive right into it. So as mentioned, it does have gloves, and we're going to kick it off. We're going to be showcasing some field tested racing green gloves. They're like one of the cheapest gloves you can pick up in general, but they're also like one of the best value for money because they don't wear too badly. So even in field tested, these look super slick. And then I've sort of assigned roughly $150 for the knife, which means in total you spend about $200 on your knife and glove combo. I have 3 knives for you. We'll show all 3 now. First up, we have a Real Forest classic knife in field tested. Honestly, until recently, I wasn't too keen on the classic knives, but this for $148 looks insanely nice. Even the actual handle and the grip, colored to match this knife itself, looks really slick. All 3 knives are Real Forest. In this case, we have a minimal wear huntsman knife, which honestly, it's nice having that pattern on either side of the grip matching it as well. This is $154, so this is the most expensive of the 3 knives. And then finally, we have a Bowie knife. This is also minimal wear. It's $142, so a little bit cheaper compared to the Huntsman knife. But honestly, it's 3 really nice options, and they all pair really nicely with the racing green. Like honestly, this is such a nice combo for in-game. And the fact you're getting it for about $200 is pretty sweet. And also, I just want to point out right now, before we look at the rifles, is we're using, for the first time in these budget videos, we're not using the Steam prices, and that's purely because when it comes to more expensive skins and then knives and gloves, it's better to use a third-party site because you'll get it much cheaper than you will on the Steam market. So in this case, I'm using GamerPay for all the prices because that's just the site I tend to use at the minute, but make sure when you're spending money on skins like this, use a third-party site to make sure you can find the best price possible. Now we've cleared that up, in case you're wondering where we get the mad cheap prices from, let's look at all the rifles. So to kick it off with the Glock, we're once again bringing back the Nuclear Garden. This is $24 in factory new, and it's just super clean. It's an unreal Glock. I think it's going to look even better in CS2 as well. And then for the AK, I'm actually going to go for the Aquamarine Revenge. This person that I'm using the skin generator from has an Apex craft on it, which is actually kind of nice. Now, people are a little bit odd on fitting the Aquamarine Revenge into a green inventory. It's a little bit hit and miss, but you know what? I think it works quite nicely with the gloves we have in the full setup. The alternative is to go for like an ice cold game, which we show quite a lot of. And the Aquamarine Revenge is a little bit underrated, and I want to show more of it and have a bit more appreciation. The thing is, you could put some green stickers on top of this if you wanted to have it pop as well. And minimal wear for $60. Over on the USP side of things, I have to go for a Monster Mashup. It's just too good. $23.25 for minimal wear. Without a doubt, one of the best USPs that exists in the game. It's just so nice. And then over on the A1S side of things, I'm actually going to go cheaper than last time. And rather than an Infosource S, which isn't everyone's cup of tea, I'm going to go for a Flashback in factory new, which is just over $3. And I personally love this skin. I think for the fact, I know it's again, it's like, I know why it's cheap. I get why it's cheap. But for the fact that you can get a factory new for $3, and it has all these little bits of detail, and it looks super nice in game, I think it's a banging option. Now, over on the M4A4 side of things, you're kind of limited to just a jungle tiger, which is why I'm going to suggest you pick up a living color for just under $14 in minimal wear. It has a little bit of green at the back of the gun, but what I want you to do is pick this up and then put 4 green stickers of your choice across the gun, because it's either a jungle tiger or you go for something a little bit creative with lots of color pop in it and then make the green stand out, and I think that's the best option you have. Now, over on the Desert Eagle side of things, you have 2 real options. You have what we're showing here, which is a factory new Conspiracy for just under $10, or you can go pick up a Mecha Industries. Unfortunately, the only green deagle starts at over $200, so there's no way we can fit it in. And you either just go for the basic Black Conspiracy or the normal Mecha Industries, or you pick one of those and then put 4 green stickers on it just to make that green pop more. But as you guys know, if you can't get it to fit the color theme perfectly, you're better off going for black and or white, because then it'll at least fit the gloves you have somewhat. And then the op is going to be a Containment Breach in field tested, which is almost $90. You could, if you prefer, play it super cheap and pick up an Aetherius for like under $10. And if you prefer that, by all means do that. Save yourself like $70 or so. But I think with the $500 budget, we need to get a big gun in there. And the Containment Breach with being a brightness skin field tested just makes sense, especially at the price we managed to pick one up for. Now, in a similar vibe to the USP Monster Mashup, the P250 is going to be a See You Later minimal wear for $5.67. Again, a skin I absolutely love. I was torn between this and the Visions for my personal P250. I think it's one of the best in the game. And then we go really budget friendly for the Scout. We're going to pick up a Spring Toolie, which is factory new for over $1. And you know what, $1 for a skin like this with this nice green pop and detail, I'm a big fan of it. Now, our 5.7 and our FAMAS are a little bit on the basic side of things. For the 5.7, you're going to spend just under $4 to pick up the Jungle, which is like a super OG style skin, but it does look kind of clean in all fairness to it, but there's not too much to write home about it. And then the FAMAS were stuck with the MEL36 as usual, as you guys know, so Valve, please, in CS2, give us some good green 5.7s, and FAMAS's, pretty please. And then for the dual Berettas, I'm going for some of my favourites, which are the Royal Consorts, and minimum wear for just under $1. Obviously, these are mostly gold, but then they do have that green patch in them, which is like the emerald green, which is why I think they fit in so nicely, because although it's mostly gold, that emerald green plays really nicely. And then the Gale is going to be a field-tested eco. This skin is pretty expensive in general. I mean, we're talking just under $4 here for field-tested, but it looks super clean. Obviously, that white with those green accents, it's just a really nice one in game. And then to finish off on the pistol side of things, I've actually gone for, rather than a bamboozled, I'm going to go for the bamboo forest Tech 9 in this case. Create a little bit extra to spend. Factory new, this is $6.79. Obviously, it's white with the green base. I'm a big fan of it. If you prefer the bamboozle, you can save a little bit of money and go that way. But then for the SG, without a doubt, it has to be the Dragon Tech. And it's a really nice skin for the price, factory new for $2.73. And then to finish off the rifles, we have the AUG Chameleon, which is $3.97 for minimal wear. Obviously, the main green thing here is it's a light green throughout the AUG, but the Chameleon is like bright green and stands out. And now it's time for the SMGs and shotguns. For the MP9, I'm going to rock with a field tested Hydra because of how good it looks in field tested condition. I don't think we have to spend much more than that. So $5.40 for a Hydra field tested. Cracking deal, looks insane, 100% worth to pick up. Over on the MP7 side of things, you actually have a few different options between like the Power Tool, the Bio League, but I've opted to go for the Empire in this case. This is minimal wear. I've got actually quite a high float minimal wear, so try to get a lower float if you can, but you're picking this one up for about $2.42, which is very nice for the price. We have the return of a Nuclear Guard, and for the Mac 10, you're going to spend just under $15 for this lovely factory new beast, and I think this just pairs super nicely with having the Glock Nuclear Guard, because in general, it's a really nice skin with a nice pop. Over the P90, we're super cheap and cheerful with the P90 Grim for 25 cents in minimal wear. This is super hard to beat for the price. For the lovely UMP, we're going to have the Riot and Factory New, which is like under $50 as well. So for the P90 and the UMP, we're getting super cheap pickup options. And then to round off the SMGs, we have the Fuel Rod PP Bison, which you guys know I absolutely love because it looks like it's like nuclear waste in the magazine. Be interested to see if CS2, if they can adjust this to make it look like the Molotovs do with the liquid moving. It can be such a small touch, but I think it would look insane. And then for the shotgun, same suggestion we had for the Deagle. There isn't a green one without it costing over $100. So you're going to run with a black or white, or even a Monster Call would work with the blue with a little bit green in it. But I've gone for the Swag 7 in this case in minimal wear, just because it's black with the silver and won't clash with anything at all. And then we end things off with an actual green shotgun. It's going to be the Nova Toy Soldier for $1.17 in minimal wear. I know the Nova's not used overly much at the minute, but I think for $1 to build out the inventory, have it looking slick in case you do ever want to use this cunning game, you've got a super clean option. But that is going to round off our $500 green inventory. In total, this comes in between $486 and $498, depending on which knife you go for. That's where there's a bit of variance in it, so I wanted to definitely keep it under $500 with the 3 different options. Depending on the combo you go for, by using a third-party site like GamerPay instead of just going on the Steam market, you save anywhere between $38 and $59, which is exactly why I'm saying you need to go use a third-party site. So if you need any suggestions for those, welcome to join the Discord. Check the links down below. We've got lots of details on where you can pick up skins for the best price. I said that, guys. Let me know which one's your favorite in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you're around here. I will catch you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.